topic is so important to me, very important to me, because it's something that I've struggled with. It's something that, as a parent, you always feel like, oh, you're not doing enough, and you always feel like there's just so much that you can do. You're not you're not so perfect and all of that. But I've learned that you don't need to be perfect. Your children just want you to be there. Your children just want to get your love and everything. And so we'll be talking about this topic: can ambitious parents raise well-rounded children? Before we start on it, I want people to know that this is a conversation. So I'm going to ask questions, and I will really appreciate if you can drop your answers on the chat box and everything so that it will be like a conversation. Then at the end of the session, we can take questions and we talk about like your own point of view and everything. If there's time, I'll try to finish up before 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes max. Then we can take questions and your own contributions. All right, I'll go. So before I begin, I want to ask a simple question. Okay. I want to ask a simple question, which is, what fuels your ambition, rather? I'm trying to move my slide. I'm currently experiencing issue moving my slide. Okay. Can you see my slide now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So what fuels your ambition? What fuels your ambition? I want to ask that to everyone. What fuels your ambition? At the core of it, why do you do what you do, whatever you do? Why do you do it? Why do you look for money? Why do you work? Why do you wake up every morning, you take care of your kids, and then you're using your system or you're going out to do whatever business you're doing? I want to know in the comments. I want to know why we do what we do. What fuels your ambition? Drop yours in the chat box. I want to see yours before I continue with mine. I'll also share mine, and we can just build on that. Like I said, it's going to be interactive, so I really appreciate. Okay, interaction. I'm looking at the chat box. So what fuels your ambition? Why do you do what you do? Oh, so you can go to, oh, nice, nice, nice. You want to know that my existence here on earth, there's actually something is impacting life, is touching lives. All right. Great, Somiwa. Thank you for sharing. Let me hear from you guys. Shiktra, I can see there are 6 persons on this call, 5 persons in apart from me. For the okay. Or advancing, there's a need to grow. Of course, say problem solving. Nice. You people are really good people, oh. Problem solving. Okay, thank you for sharing, guys. So personally, to make money. Thank you, Karen. People are so nice. People are just big on purpose and everything. To make money. Okay, yeah. So personally, why I do what I do is because I want to actually contribute to the world, contribute to the society. I want to be able to build something. And at the end of the day, I know that, okay, I was part of this. I made impact. All right. Money is there, especially because at the end of the day, whatever we are doing, we want to make money from it. Right. So I want to be a part of something that I also make money that at the end of the day, my family will be proud of. My children will be proud of. My spouse or whoever will be proud of it. Before I got married, I told myself that I want to get married to somebody that I don't want a ready-made person. I don't want to be somewhere that's just there. And I want a man that has money. Oh. I'm not saying I don't like faji or good life, but I just want somebody I'll be able to build with so that I will know that this money I'm spending, 2 of us, we made it together. We built this life that we are living in. We built this dream life. So that is why I do everything. And if you check, at the end of the day, it's because of we want to grow this family. We want to build a legacy that our children will be proud of. The main reason why we work every day, if you check, is because of you want to also make resources. You want to also impact people. You want to also touch life through your time, through maybe the resources that you give people around you. Because if you're working and you don't make money, and there are people in your life that you need to help, you won't be fulfilled. It will be like, okay, you're just working and then you're not doing anything, right? So at the core of it, we work because we want to be able to take care of those that are dear to us. We want to be able to sustain ourselves, also touch lives through resources and the rest of it. So as we've established that, let's go further. My slide is taking so long to load. Okay, let me just begin. Being available as parents does not equal being present. Being as available doesn't mean you're present. We've already talked about the fact that most of us will work. Personally, I work because I want to be able to build a legacy for my children. I want to build something that my children can benefit from. I want to nurture these children in the best way. I don't want them to have the life that I had growing up. I want something better for them. Okay. So being available, like now I work remotely, it doesn't mean that I'm present because half of the time we're on our system. If you're working remotely, you're on your system, or even if you're not on your system, when you get back home and you don't have work to do, there's this there's this thing with the internet now. We're always on social media using our phones and the rest and all of that. So I just want us to know that the fact that you're available, the fact that you're working remotely, it doesn't mean that you're present for your children. I used to believe this like before. The main reason why I started working remotely was because I wanted to be present for my children. I wanted to be at home. I wanted to be hands-on with my kids. So I was like, okay, before I start having children, I want it to be that I am present, I am there. But along the line, as I started working remotely, I started to notice that the fact that I am working remotely and I'm here in the house with them does not really mean that I'm always available. My child literally said last year, told me that I'm always working, that I don't have time for her. So I had to reflect, why am I doing all of this to make money and take care of them, right? And then I'm not present. I'm not pouring into them as much as I want to do. I want to. So I want us to know that the fact that we are available in the house, if you're a remote worker or maybe you do a business and your kids are always with you, it doesn't mean that you are present. That's not present. Present is you being present is having time for them emotionally, physically, and otherwise, because children want to be involved. Children like attention. Let's proceed so we don't take so much time. So I want us to ask ourselves these questions. Every parent should ask these questions. Do my children feel seen? My slide is moving so fast. Do my children feel seen? Oh my goodness. Apologies. My mouse is not even functioning well anymore. Okay. Do my children feel seen? Do my children feel heard? Do they know that they matter? Because most times we communicate, this love language thing, it is even important with your children. Because you might say that, okay, you're making money, you're giving your children the best education that you can, you're taking them out when you're available, and most times you're always on your phone when you even take them out. So while you're doing everything that you know to do, what do you need to ask yourself, how can I communicate this love to my children? Because it's not enough that I'm doing all these things, all these activities, and we're going out, and then I'm in the house with them. Do they really know that you love them? Do they feel heard? Do they feel seen? Do they know that they matter? Because they spell love different from us. They want your time, they want your attention. You can say you love them, but that's not their love language. Their love language is attention, quality time. They want your attention. So you should ask yourself, are you giving them that attention? And I'm not saying you need to give them, as people that are working, as ambitious parents that we are, and business people, you can't give them 24/7 attention. I'm a believer that as a woman, as a parent, you can have everything. You can have a thriving career, a good home, thriving business. It's like you can have it all. God has given me everything that I need to have it all. So I can have it all. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but they need your time and attention despite you telling them that you love them, despite you knowing that you love them. We know that you love your children, definitely, but do they know? Have you been able to communicate that love to them? Have you been able to communicate that love that you have to them in the way that they will understand? Because no matter, even if you buy children, see, if you like give them toys, they will still tell you that mommy doesn't have my time, and it used to be me. So they are watching how you live more than they're listening to what you say. They are watching how you live more than they're listening to you say. We all know how children can be. Whatever you do, they emulate it. I have 5 old. Anything I do, I create content a lot, and before you know, she's using a tab to create content. And as a Nigerian parent I am, sometimes I want to like go and do this. But I'm like, oh, I'm just watching her, and the things that she says are really interesting. I'm like, wow, I have to go and start watching all those videos because they are actually watching us. They're actually watching everything that we do. They're watching you live the life that you're living. They don't want you to be they don't want you to be a superhero. They want you to be their parents. They want you to love them. You cannot be perfect. Most of us want to be perfect business people, want to be perfect workers, perfect employers, perfect parents, perfect this. We strive for perfection so much that at the expense of the things that are important to us. We can't give. I don't think that you can balance it. You can't like balance every aspect of your life. So now that we've established all of this, how do we now model ambition without neglecting these children? How do we model ambition without neglecting children? That's what we want to talk about because we are all ambitious. I'm sure that if you came to this webinar, you're an ambition person. All right, you're an ambitious person, rather. Okay, so the goal is to know how your children can witness you pursuing your purpose in a healthy way. Yes. Children are very interesting people. Like we've said before, they watch everything that you do. They watch every single thing that you do and they emulate it. At the end of the day, that thing that you're doing, they are looking at you and it's something that they will model. If you ask my child now, what does she want to be? What does she want to do when she grows up? She might just tell you that she wants to do Sodi Creative. She will tell you that she wants to do Sodi Creative. She says it all the time. But I'm like, I would not be like, Sodi Creative is not it's not a business or it's not a work, it's my company. But like it's what she sees me doing, it's what she sees me showing off for. So she sees that I'm building all of those things. Outside of them, there are things that I'm doing that actually matters. So when they see that you are doing this, they are learning a whole lot from you. Apart from the ceremony of doing videos with you where you're creating content or all of that, they are learning things like consistency. They're seeing you show up every single day for what you do. It tells them that in the morning they have to go to work. Why? Mommy shows up for her work every day. Even after providing food, after doing, mommy still shows up. Daddy still shows up. It teaches them discipline. Even if you don't feel like it, you show up because they mirror all of these things. It teaches them responsibility. They are responsible. They know that there's something that mommy does that is important to her as we are important to her. Like my children now, I'm in this place, they are outside there. My 1-year-old, she was knocking on this door, but anytime I'm having meeting, I'm closing my door. They know that this is important to me. I'm responsible. This is my responsibility right now. So they know that they cannot come near here. Delayed gratification. They want to come and meet me, but they can't have me right now because I have to do what I'm doing. This is also important to me as they are important to me. So when you're ambitious, when you do all of these things, you're teaching them. This is a mirror. They're actually looking at you work. They're actually looking at you but if you say that you're just laid back, you're not doing anything, what are you teaching them? Okay, I think I want to run too fast because this is at the end of my presentation. So your children should admire your work ethic. Like I said before, my daughter wants to be Sodi Creative, wants to work in Sodi Creative, wants to be doing videos. wants to be doing all of that. And they grow up to when if she grows up, she will know that, oh, there's this thing that mommy does. I want to learn it. They will mirror everything that you do. So they should admire your work ethic, you emotionally, but they admire it. They know that this is important to you. So it's also teaching them boundaries. It's also teaching them boundaries. Let's proceed. So what we can do now as ambitious parents, how do we do this? Knowing that we can't really balance it all. We can't balance work. You can't balance. There are things that will have to suffer because you're focusing on the other thing just for a few period of time. It's not like you're going to neglect your children entirely, but you have to just find a rhythm. So how can we do this? So the first is that we need to set family values before business goals. We need to set family values before any business goal that you have. It's very important to us. I know this hustle culture of we need to look for money, we need to take care of these children, things are so expensive. We enter this rabbit hole of always working, and then every time you're available for any meeting, but then your family is suffering. But we need to set family values. The same way you set business goals, set your values. There are things that we do now as a family that was as a result of whatever my child said to me last year. I had to like just reflect and like, okay, how can I do this better? At the start of the year, we had a meeting, me, myself, and the little children, people in my household. We had a meeting. Okay, what are we going to do this year? Oh, how can I? Okay, they said I spanked too much. I shout too much. I promise that, okay, this year we're going to lead with love. I won't spank as much as I used to, even if I'm still a work in progress. But I set value. We would lead with love, we'll correct with love, we'll prioritize family time. Currently, we have this family rhythm where Saturday is either Friday evenings, either movie nights or games night. And when we're having any of that, I'll make homemade popcorn, homemade pizza, homemade shawarma, whatever it is. I'll experiment with them. So we just have fun. So you create values, create values. If there's it can be praying as little as morning devotion that our parents used to do with us growing up. It helped us. So create values like that before you create business goals. So when you create your family value and you take your family as priority, there are certain things that you won't even entertain from people that you work with. There are certain meetings that you know that, okay, you can't be available for that because your family is also priority to you and you want to prioritize your family at that time. All right. So the second is create rhythm instead of balance. We all know, we've already heard that balance is not realistic. We cannot have it all. We cannot have undivided attention all the 24 hours a day. No, you cannot. You cannot say, okay, you're working and then you're taking care of these children. You're going to burn out. All right. So what we can do is create a system in a way. Like I said, I do Saturdays, Friday, Saturday, weekend. I try not to have so much work in as much as I'm still a work in progress, but I prioritize spending time with them. Once is that our family nights. And then when they come back from school, the 1 hour, 2 hour that I just dedicate to ask them, how was your day? How is school? How did school go today? What happened? Converse with them. Know what happened. Speak with them before you now focus on work. It can be if you work in a 9 to 5 role and you go to work every day. When you come back from work, 1 hour, 2 hours that you spend focusing on them, hearing them, conversing with them, it will be very very important to them. That's the 2 hours that children, they're not hard to please. Oh, they are really not hard to please. That's the one they will carry on their head. Although the big ones want to blackmail you sometimes. But they will always remember that, oh, Friday is movie night. Like now, my daughter will be like, oh, mommy, you don't always play with me. But then I will now remind her the different games that we've played. All right, so create a rhythm. You cannot say, okay, you're giving them time and then you're with your phone, you're working. No, 1 hour undivided attention. If it's to ride bike with them, play whatever cards you're playing with them, whatever game that will make them laugh, then you go, you know that you've tried, then you continue with whatever task that you have. Please, it is very important. It is very important. Let them be part of your journey. There are certain things that I'm doing now. They know that I'm doing. They know that when I'm working, why am I working? Zoe will say, Mommy, why are you always working? I'm working because I'm looking for money. I'm working because, oh, in this thing you're looking for, this Barbie doll house you're asking for. If I don't work, you won't get it. If your daddy don't work, you won't get it. So they should be a part of your journey. If I make a new, I get a new client, we do this monthly what I'm thankful for. Thanksgiving during our morning and evening devotion. So that month, I'm telling them, oh, I got this deal. I'm so happy. So I converse with them. I let them know what is happening in my life. Of course, there are things that you don't tell them, of course. You just have to know the right thing that age appropriate for them. For people like Zoe, 6 years, they are really inquisitive. You talk to them about certain things. Older children, you tell them why you're doing this. You tell them, okay, you just got a contract. Okay, you need to focus on this. They will understand. You need to communicate with them the same way you communicate in your relationship with your husband. They are human beings, so they deserve respect from you as much as you nurture your other relationship. So this is what will help us through it. This is what will help us through it. All right. You're going to we're taking a bow soon. So many parents tell their children to dream big while quietly abandoning their own dreams. Most times we tell our children, oh, what do you want to be? You want to be a medical doctor. Oh, I want you to do this. You can do this. Oh, Zoe, you can do this. Ellie, you can do this. Oh, you're a superstar. I'm proud of you. But then you're abandoning your own dreams because that's why I'm like, I cannot not be ambitious because I have a child. No, because they are seeing every aspect of my journey. They are living this life with me in real time. So when I abandon my dreams and I don't chase things that I want to chase because of fear or excuses, it's showing them that, okay, them too, when you're an adult, I can't do it to adults. They have so much going. You have a family that, see, children are very, very intelligent. Right now, my 6-year-old tells me that, Mommy, I don't want to give birth. Because when you came back, when you gave birth to Zeli, you said he was hurting you. Like, if you don't converse with them, you don't even know the things running in their mind. So now they might think that, oh, this thing, Mommy cannot even do this. Me, I can't do it. So when you converse with them, they see the action, the things that you do on a daily basis. They see that, oh, as an adult, you can also grow. Growing doesn't stop when you become an adult. They'll learn that while watching you. All right. They don't put them in a situation that'll be contradictory to what you're teaching them. I know most of us, we grow up we're trying to be better than whatever we saw growing up. But even us, even when most of us, not, I'm sure some people grew up in a healthy, wealthy home. I did not. So my experience was different. Even though, but I saw my mom, I saw my parents doing their very best, even if it was not able to afford some things I wanted, but I saw them showing up. I think that's why I'm such a hard worker. Because you mirror things that you see growing up. All right. So when they see you doing all of these things that you do, you teach them that as an adult, you still need to grow. And as they're learning, as they are growing, they're learning new skill, they're acquiring things. Because if my parent that is 50 years can do this, me that I'm a child, 18 years, you want to do it. Just imagine your parent is with you in law school or doing a master at the same time as you. You want to give it your best because you're like, nah, this old man will not beat me to it. You get? So children grow when they see that you're actually doing this. They will dream big when they see the possibilities are endless. All right. So in conclusion, the goal is not to choose between raising great children and pursuing meaningful ambition. No, it's not. We are not going to pick sides. It is important that we fuel whatever keeps us going. In as much as we want to make money, there's also the part about impact. We want to make impact in this world. You want to touch life. You want to see people that they made it this far because of you. So the goal is to learn how to do both with wisdom, okay? The greatest legacy isn't what you build, but the people you build while building it. If you, for those of you that have me on my WhatsApp, there's a video I posted yesterday about a butterfly, the life cycle of a butterfly, how they migrate to a certain place. And most people, when they're on that journey, they don't even get to half of their journey. It's their fourth generation that gets to their destination. But as they give birth to them while on the journey, they know that, okay, there's this instinct in them to continue on the journey. So whatever you're building now, it is for your children. It might not make sense now, but you're building the work ethic, the mad work ethic that as they grow, they keep at it. Even if it's not, it must not even be a company, but they are mirroring everything that you do, is what will push them, is what will fuel them to the future. All right. So the greatest legacy is instilling in them that value, knowing that they can do more. It's not even about the schools that they go to. Outside of the school, what do they see at home? Because there's just so much that teachers can do. What do they see you doing at home? So it's about the people that you build while on your journey, while you're trying to make ends meet, while you're being ambitious. All right. So this is the end of my TED Talk. I want to hear from you guys. How was it? Share your questions, then we'll take them or your contribution.